Hello, I'm your instructor today. My name is Andrew McGee, and I'm an ARK instructor, that is Advanced Responsive Kombatives, and that's a system that was designed with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai kickboxing, Krav Maga, and it's a mixed martial arts. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to show you today some techniques and how they actually move from one space to another. So I should tell you a little bit about some of my credentials. I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm a certified ARK instructor, which is black belt. I'm a spear instructor. I'm a United States Army Combatives instructor. I'm a women's crime and violence, danger awareness speaker, and also I have different techniques in women's crime and violence, danger awareness. And I'm also a child danger awareness speaker. Now, no martial arts is going to help you when you're double teamed or triple teamed. That's why I'm going to do a little bit of talking. But the biggest thing is that you have to learn how to learn pre-contact cues. In other words, if there's going to be a problem, you need to learn about, hey, what situation is going to help me to stay away from? What situation is going to be good for me? What's going to be beneficial? Okay? So going into, like I said, me a little bit is that, oh, come on in.
There's going to be more people.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Don't feel bad about that. Okay. I started out with Taekwondo. I mean, Kung Fu. Then I did a little bit of Taekwondo, but what the point is good martial arts, but it's for sports more specifically. Okay. Then it goes into self-defense. The Kung Fu that I work with is Tiger Claw, which is a lot more of a combat martial arts. Now, the next thing I went into is Krav Maga also, and that's the Israeli martial arts, and that's for the military and the police for Israeli forces. It was created back in World War II by Indy Lichtenfeld. If I'm talking fast, kind of getting a little bit in, okay? So, it was created to help out the Jews against the Nazis. His belief was that it needed to be simple. If it wasn't simple, then you're not going to remember it. If it wasn't something instinctual, you're not going to remember it. Okay? So that was one of the things. So Krav Maga is the other one. Now I am certified in also Combatives, which is the United States Army martial arts, which is boxing, it's Muay Thai kickboxing, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So that is also, I'm an instructor at Combatives. I'm also an instructor at spears, and spears for police, and it's the verbal de-escalation, and it's also a martial arts designed especially for police. I'm also background. When I was at Fort Hood, I trained with the Fort Hood boxing team. I didn't compete with them. I trained with the Fort Hood boxing team, so I have background in that also. I created myself and a ranger named Ashley Moss. He was actually at the Gracie Academy. He was trained by the Gracies originally, and me and him have created a martial arts called ARK, which is advanced, and you'll see some of the posters out there. But so advanced reactionary Combatives, just to change the K to C, you know, make it a little better. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start this class, and I'd like to thank you for having me, and thank you for this time. Whenever you walk into a situation, you want to look at the situation. Okay? You know, if it's a dark alley, you don't want to go just walking down a dark alley. A lot of times, statistics tell us that one of the problems is that 2 miles from your house is where you're most likely to be attacked. So a lot of times people don't think about that because they're like, what do you mean? Because if somebody is actually watching you, it's usually within a 2-mile distance that they will usually try to attack or try to do something within a 2-mile radius. Okay? One of the other things is that you also have to also know is that garages. So if there's undercar garages, different garages, things like that, that's also known is also an area that you have to watch out for. One of the reasons why I say about certain martial arts, you want to make sure that your martial arts is more of a combat martial arts and not sport martial arts, is because combat martial arts deals with close quarters. So close quarters means that if you are in close, you know, something happens in close, that's what it's going to be dealing with. What I mean by sport is at a distance. So people who are usually at a distance doing something, that's different. But in close means close. So if it's like a kitchen, if it's a house, it could be a vehicle. That's the martial arts that's going to help you in those close, tight corners and spaces. That's what you need. In other words, you're not going to be doing roundhouse kicks between 2 cars. Okay? So what am I saying? You're not going to sit here and do this between two cars. That's not going to happen, okay? If you have two cars and you're trying to get to your vehicle, you have to do something that's actually going to help you within a minimal amount of space. So that is what I mean by close quarter combat. Close quarters is also something that women will have to worry about more than men, because naturally the person is trying to attack a female, so naturally he's going to get close to you. So you have to learn how to deal with the person in close. You won't be, the person will keep aggressing you, they'll keep aggressing you. So we were talking about the different martial arts. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, you can come in close a little bit, and I'm going to first teach you what's called standing base. The reason why I'm teaching standing base is because this is going to actually help you with a lot of the other movements later on. But the first part is standing base. I'm going to actually teach you some stand-up, a lot of stand-up techniques. Now, standing base is this. Standing base is basically if I'm sitting down or if I've been pushed. Doesn't matter which one. Standing base is pretty simple. And what's going to happen is, I'm just going to use demonstrators. Different people come up, so I'm just going to borrow somebody real quick. Okay? So,
I tripped already. Are you sure I'm the right person?
okay, so if she pushes me down, one of the things I want to do, if you want to stand right there, please. And then what I want to do is to keep her away and actually stand back up, is this. I can do two things. One is this foot, and you want to make sure your knee is faced towards the person, toes faced towards the person. This one is where I actually hit here. Okay? So this way, now when you get better at this, which I do, I actually strike right here in the knee, because that actually will drive somebody's knee back. And then when you do this, all I'm doing is hitting here, swinging through, stepping here, because go ahead and try to push me for a second.
Try to push
you? Yeah, go ahead. See, I have balance. Okay? Now, if I'm right here, go ahead and try to push me. See what starts happening? I can't get back up because all she has to do is keep, if she kept shoving, she could keep shoving me. If I'm in base and I go right here, I have balance. See what happens? Okay? Now I know you're saying, well, he's kind of big, so. Okay, so come over for a second. Come on. No, stay here. So both of them. So if you both stay here together. Stay right next to each other. Okay, turn around towards me. And you both
stand next to me.
Yeah, stand right next to me. Hey, now both of you are gonna try to push on this shoulder as I try to get him.
Okay.
Go ahead and put your hands on my shoulder. Okay, go ahead. See what happens here? It doesn't matter, I still have base. It slides, the leg swings out.
We could have pushed.
Yeah. Now, the reason why I do that is because one of the other things I'm gonna kind of lead into, okay, is when I start teaching you a lot of escapes, because one of the things you want to do is escape. But that's the standing base. I'm going to teach you, we're going to go over that a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of demonstrations, because the first reason I'm doing a little bit of these demonstrations is because if you don't believe it, how are you going to actually do it? Okay? So, if you want to stand on this side, okay, you want to stand aside, just grab a wrist. Okay? Got it tightly? Both hands. Okay, so all I'm going to do is, okay?
I'm pretty weak.
Now, you're going to say, okay, well, that's different. Hey, Sarge, you want to borrow you for a second? Come on over. Switch out. Switch out right here. You want to come over here? Do the same thing. Grab the hand. Okay, grab this one. Same thing. Okay? I'm not fighting the person, I'm fighting their expansion. So, that's going to be different things you're going to see. Now, one of the other things I'm going to show you is this. Since you're here, Sarge, I'm going to use it again. Okay. This is not now. Go ahead and face everybody first. Or you turn you towards this one. Okay. Now, all I want you to do is take your arm and swing it back and forth like this for a second. That's it. Now, just like that. Okay. Now stop right here. Okay. Now bring your arm forward. Bring your finger forward. Bring your arm forward. Okay. Now, what that is anatomy. Okay? The moment the arm passes this point, you lose more than 50% of your strength. Okay? The moment your arm passes this part, you lose 50%. Now, come here for a second. Borrow you. Okay? No, stay here, sir. Do the same thing. I want you to start right here. I want you just to grab his hand. Right there. Now, go ahead and hold it. Go ahead and push yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So, it's anatomy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm showing you this because you have to actually believe it. So what's going to happen is the first thing I'm going to do is kind of show you the standing base, and then we're going to start progressing, because the reason why I'm going to show you standing base is because I'm going to show you what's called the arm tracker roll, and I'm going to show you just a few other little ones, because if somebody actually drives you to the ground, you're going to know how to reverse it, okay? So we're going to start with that one first, okay? So first one is this one. You actually here, you actually step, and you're going to come up, okay? I'm going to use the mat so you actually see you have something to actually target, touch, because a lot of times if you don't understand what it means to actually strike something, and it's safe, the only thing is, so you need to understand how to strike something so that you know how to recoil, what the recoil means, okay? So, you want to come up first? It's not scary. Remember, after this, you'll be able to, I'll show you how to throw me over and everything. Yeah. I'm going to show you how to do a hip toss. And a hip toss is nothing more than a simple trick, okay? I do this, what I do is I always find somebody who's just like the smallest person and who weighs the least amount, and I always have them throw me first, because after that, everybody else is like, oh, okay, I can do it now. So then that's like, so yeah, I'm the one who usually gets punished. Okay, so first thing is, if you want to go ahead and sit down, please. Okay, let me show you how to do it. So, if you're here, all you have to do is put your legs right here. Just like that, just like so. If we're doing it this way, you're there, right? And you're just thinking, right? All you have to do is take this leg, you're kind of following me, okay? You can take this leg, hands up, step here, step there, just step out behind and come up. So just think of that. Step out and come up. Okay? Now put the hand in front of you and then do it again. So when you do it, just like that. There you go. Okay? Take it right there. Okay? And down there. And you're going to swing that leg straight through there. There. See? And that's it. See? So that's basically standing base. So what you do is you're going to have to practice over here. This is my son, Andrew McGee. So. Woo! Step out wide and you got it. Try it again. Okay, next person. This way I have time to let the coach. So, go ahead and drop that. You think of it as, you right there. There you go, okay? So, you got some energy, okay? Coach, come here. You want to go back home? Keep through it. Okay? Okay. Let's go real slow. You take off the kick. Push your big toe. Okay? Run around. Right there. Yeah. Yeah. There. Yeah. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So. Maybe. Come on. Yeah. Okay. This leg's right here. And then you bring it. Yeah. There you go. So we want to get that. Yeah. Like that. Think it this way. We'll try to be a little more other way. Try to angle your body. Yeah. Do it again. Like that. Yep. Swing through. Yeah. See how now? Yeah, you stand up and struggle. Yeah. Okay. Okay. With what I'm teaching you, you can actually go ahead and bring it down. Like you did. Okay, so if I drop to this side, for example, boom, and come here. If I'm on this side, boom, I'm here. So you can do it on both sides. Okay? That's one that what I always make sure when I teach somebody is that just because you're doing it on one side, you can actually go both sides. Okay? So as I'm teaching you, you start getting used, you start getting comfortable with just thinking right leg up, elbow here. You want to touch, step, and you come up. Okay? You can still do this on the opposite side also. So step here, come right back up. The reason why I'm showing the standing base, like I said, is get you comfortable with being on the ground, getting ready to come up. Okay? But I know what a lot of people are thinking is, how can I do something standing up too? Okay? We're going to do some more ground things, but the standing base is usually one of the hardest things to kind of get people to actually to do. So I always get that one out first, okay? So the other ones are going to be like real quick, and then I can actually go straight back to the standing base. So if everybody can see, I'm going to teach you how to do what's called an elbow strike, okay? Elbows are right here, okay? Elbows actually hurt the most when they hit strike someone, and an elbow, you won't damage yourself like this with your hand. I'm going to explain why. You might see in UFC, you see all the gloves and you see people punching their box. Understand something. Most people break their hands when they hit people in real life, okay? And the reason why is because if you look at your hand, if you go ahead and raise your hand up real quick, okay? What you're going to find is when you turn it this way, so palm facing towards you, and you bend your fingers in towards you, you're going to notice cartilage is here. Bones are right here. Feel your bones right there? It's more cartilage here because it has to, so it can flex in. That's why when you actually contact something, like a surface, that cartilage is there, that's when it pushes back. That's when people end up breaking it, not because it's damage the fix. Okay? So that's why actually punches are less effective unless you actually know how to actually hit directly on the knuckles and punch directly, correct? You know, correct? Or else you will actually break your hands, okay? Now, the hammer fist is basically this, and what I'm doing, the hammer fist is actually, can be used a lot more, it's a variety of different things you can do with it. It's a lot more powerful, so it doesn't matter. Like if I sat here and punched this ground with my fist, I would break, okay? If I sat here, it doesn't matter, okay? The hammer fist does not affect that way. So when I'm doing it, it doesn't matter, okay? That's one of the difference between the hammer and when you're doing the actual, okay? If I sat here and punched this, I would break my knuckles, okay? That's the difference with the hammer fist, okay? One of the other differences with the hammer fist is this. So I'm going to teach you your strikes and your standing ones. So when you bring somebody to the ground or somebody's here with the hammer, if I have to punch this way, which is ground and pound, everybody knows that this is basically a mount position, okay? It means somebody's mounted over you. Difference is if I'm here, I have to actually strike this way. So I have to lift and strike. So you're actually going to see the body move. You're going to see the shoulders move. That's what a lot of times I'm going to be teaching you is pre-contact cues. So you'll see shoulders, and which shoulder actually starts to move is going to tell you which arm is going to be the one that's going to attack you. Okay? So that's what you're looking at. You're looking at the shoulders, not the hands, because the hands are too fast to see. It's the shoulders. When the shoulder moves, see how my shoulder starts moving? If you start seeing me punch, you're going to be able to tell which one I'm about to punch with. See? If you start looking at it. Now, that means I have to raise. So, hammer. What's the difference with the hammer? Right? Okay? Okay? The same hit, I can do a lot, same hits as I did on the ground, I can do more powerful one, striking cross, back, with the hammer, okay? Means you can hit, rotate, change directions, okay? That's the difference with the hammer. You guys want to do it fast? I'll show you how to do that one slowly, okay? So, same thing. The hammer can be also practiced this way. So if you all go ahead and use your own hand, all the hammer is its torque. So what you're doing is ball in the fist, and whatever your target is, here, you just boom. And so if you want to, you can actually start to learn the different angles where you can hit. So slowly, 1, 2. Yeah, when you actually touch your own hand, it actually hurts when you touch your own hand with it, okay? So that's actually what the hammer is there. So you can actually practice. If you want to, you can actually go from here. I can go from here. I can go here. Here. I can start teaching myself how to do the different angles. That's one of the things that hammer fist is going to go, and we're going to keep going through the hammer fist, and I'm going to actually work you through this exercise now. It's a good exercise to warm you up with the elbows, and then I'm going to add the hammer fist in there, okay? So, can everybody see me? Yes. Okay, make sure you have a little space between yourself, okay? Okay. How many people comb their hair? You okay? Okay. That's good. Okay. So, first thing is I'm gonna teach you how to comb your hair. So you put your feet shoulder width apart, comfortable distance, okay? And we're gonna do this in little parts, okay? So first thing I do is you just take your hand, comb it through your hair, point your elbow, of course, and just wave it straight through. Okay? So I'm putting my hand through my hair, waving it straight through, right? That's simple. Now, just imagine your elbow is connected to your hip, and as you lift, you turn. Okay? Still look in front of you. Turn. And come back. Okay? Comb your hair, turn, come back. Now, if you step forward, you take your foot at the same time, so when you're sitting, you're right here, you can actually bend your knees, and you just go straight here, and you lift up. Comb in the hair. Okay? That's how you do it. Stop. Comb in the hair. Okay? Sit down, comb in the hair. See what starts happening? Now if you notice what just happened with his head. When I'm doing this, when I'm here, and I comb in here, and I comb the head, what happened with his head, his neck? Remember I said that hammer fist? Okay, so guess what?
You're gonna come back down.
Okay, I can actually come back up with it, and I can actually rotate it right back across. Okay, so what you're gonna do is the same thing. So when you're here, now, what I did was I dropped out of, remember I said my legs are both stand together? Just comfortable distance, that's easy. So all I'm doing, again, I'll do it with this side, so you see. All I'm doing is see how I turn when I do it to the person? I lift it and now I just raise it up, okay? Where's this hand? It's right here, right? Remember that right here? Okay? You see how now these are gonna start working together. So if I want to, I can go here, the hand is already here, so now I can go here, I can rotate back, okay? I can follow with the next one, okay? See what starts happening now? These are also good for stretches. You can do stretches like for PT, you can actually hold it, 1, 2, 3, stretch, okay? So for PT, you can stretch those, okay? So, who puts on a seatbelt? Are we all supposed to put on seatbelts every day? Yes. Okay. So, if you have a seatbelt, what do? You can actually reach across your body and grab it, right? So when you do, all you do is just poke your elbow right here so you see it. Okay, so you're looking over your elbow, grab your seatbelt, and you pull it down. Okay? So now, let's just add the hip in it. So here, over here, see how I went? And pull it back down. Okay, again, other side, grab, reach, looking over it, and pull it back down. Okay? So now, if you want to protect your face, all you have to do to make this a little better, this hand stays up, so we're going to put one hand up, and we're going to go grab the seatbelt, turn it, and bring it back down. So now, see how you just protected your face, and you still did a strike. So what does that look like? So, I go ahead and strike from here. I hit it here, and I come back and hit here. Now, when you actually get better at this, you can actually put here, and rotate your knees. See how they just went together? So if I'm talking to him and he's carrying him, I don't want you to hurt me. Where are my elbows already?
Right side.
I'm already by my side. Look, please don't. All I'm doing. 1, 2, 3. See what starts happening? You don't really, by the time the person actually starts figuring it out, what's happening to it will start. Okay? Good. So, you can do it so many different ways, and that's why this is the difference between combat martial arts and regular, because you can start to do it the way you like to do it, okay? So I'm going to teach you all these like step by step. We can go over the elbow, the hammer, and the other elbow, okay? But understand, you can start wrapping people later, you can start doing all kinds, you put the elbows, all those things work together, okay? So, let's go over. We're going to comb the hair real quick, okay? So, this time we're going to do it in fighting stance. If you're right-handed, drop your right leg back, slight bend the knees, sink into it, okay? So now you learn. Just bend your knees, okay? So bend them. There you go. Now, hands up so you still can see, and you're just going to comb the hair. 1. See how it starts coming? Back down. 2, other side. Back down. 3, back down. See? 4, back down. See what starts happening now? Okay? Now the question somebody asked me before was, can you do what happens with the other side? Well, this is why I like the boxing from, is because all you have to do is lift up off your heels, like go up off your heels, and you switch. There you go. So now you went from right to left, okay? So you still can go 1, 2, see how it works? Okay, see how it starts working now? So I'm gonna do this fast, so just wait and watch, okay? So for example, if I'm here, okay, I can still do that either side, it doesn't matter, okay? And I can still switch. So if the person's right-handed, most right-handed people don't know how to deal with somebody who's left-handed, okay? They're not used to dealing with somebody left-handed. Left-handed people are used to dealing with right-handed people. They actually don't deal with left-handed people much because most of the population is right-handed. So that's why you learn on both sides. So when you learn how to do it on one side, comb the hair, boom, comb the hair, you step over, comb the hair, comb the hair. See how it starts working? Okay? You could actually now target anything you want to. So you're not using all your power, you're actually stepping into the same area as someone else, so you're driving them back. Whenever the head goes back, what happens with the spine? If you notice, look at my spine. What happens with it? It goes back there. Yeah. Okay? When you control the head, you control the spine. Okay? So, those are different ones. They're kind of simple. So, does everybody feel kind of comfortable with combing the hair? Just the upper elbow strike, just elbow strike. Anybody ever feel comfortable with it? I help them real quick too, okay? Anybody feel comfortable with it so far? Okay, so now, everybody have a seat belt? Okay, and then bring your hand back, yeah. Seat belt, bring your hand back, seat belt, bring your hand back, okay? So, he's gonna stand towards me again. Okay, so he's trying to punch, I'm going here, roundhouse. So roundhouse, this is what's protecting roundhouse, is this right here, okay? If you notice something, I have a shot right up in here to step forward, so I'm gonna have to step in right there, okay? The first thing is you're gonna have roundhouses and mostly straight punches are what's gonna happen. That's why your hands are sitting up here. So, roundhouse attack, go ahead. See what's happening? Roundhouses, you stay here. So if somebody's trying to strike, that's what the hands stay in here, because if you're scared, okay? Now, you might go, well, what's that gonna do? Because they're coming at you, right? Okay? So if your hands are here, go ahead and come in. See what's happening? I'm actually just keeping my hands right here and moving forward. That's basically what the spear is, it's using the forearm. Okay? So what I did was just went down the bottom. You heard the hammer fist? Now I'm giving you to a little forearm. Okay? Where's the forearm? Where's the forearm? Right here, and you place, I'm going to let you place your head right here. You can actually step forward. See what's happening? Just go ahead. So, this is how I try to teach the police, because one of the things that we see is that I teach the police officers this because naturally, if they look like they're starting to hit somebody, you take a picture on YouTube, you'll see police officers attacking. But if you see a police officer like this, what do you most likely think he's doing? He's defending himself, right? So sometimes all I'm doing is running forward, driving in. Most football players, anybody else, all you do is stay low, and the lower you are. So he's right here, he's trying to grab that. So if he runs here, I'm trying to run here, he has a better advantage because he's lower in. Okay? That's what you want to do. If you're shorter, that's what you're doing. You're actually staying at the same advantage. Now, he's wearing it here, so it's all here. It's going to be harder because it's keeping you up straight. Remember, look at what the spine. What's happening with the spine? It's going back. I have no power. The moment, remember I said when my arm, remember what happened when your arm went back here?
Yeah.
When your spine goes here, your power leaves. When my spine is here, I have all kinds of power, okay? So as long as I'm here, I can lift you all day. When my spine is here, it's very hard for me to go ahead and lift anything when my spine gets into this direction. Okay? So I can't lift when it's here. But if I'm here, I'm good. I can toss all day anything. But the moment this spine gets pushed back, it's done. Okay? That's one of the things. So we already showed a little bit about that. We showed the hammers. Okay? Also, remember, when your spine goes back here, that's going to hurt. That can hurt somebody pretty seriously when you get somebody, when you're pushing back here. Okay? So even if they're bigger and stronger, that's one of the biggest things you want to do. You want to keep them off balance. Okay? So, we can go again. Okay? So we showed that one. We showed what strikes. So remember these right here. Okay? And then I'm going to bring everybody up and we're going to go straight through these. Okay? So, remember these right here? Remember that hammer? Go ahead and ride the rail. Okay? Good job. Again. Boom. Ride the rail. See what starts hitting? Even if I start striking out, I start riding the rail. Okay? This is a straight punch. Okay? If you notice what he did with the straight punch, he pushed it away from him and opened up already into the hammer. Okay? The moment the hammer hits in, okay, the elbow gets bent, he can walk forward. Walk into him if he wants to. Okay? Elbow causes what's called rash burns. Causes rash scrapes. Because whenever something's scraped, if you ever been on the carpet and kind of had a carpet burn, okay, it's because a lot of friction goes across. That's what happens with the elbow. So whenever the elbow touches something, it breaks. So a lot of times it'll cause a lot of bruising, a lot of pounding. So that's, elbow is bony, so it's like being hit with almost like a hammer, okay? It's scraping somebody. So it does hurt, okay? Elbow does hurt, okay? Now, we're going to go through all these, so. Okay. Like I said, we're going to go through it. I'm going to show you, we're going to go through all these to make sure you have it, okay? I know this kind of seems like a lot, doesn't it? Okay? So, we're going to go through it a little bit. Remember I said open hand palm, okay? Okay? Which is just this palm, okay? You won't always feel the full side of the palm. Only these one, this one, this is for women, okay? For women, if you actually strike here, and push up here, now that hurts, okay? What's the difference between, like I said, combat martial arts and regular martial arts, okay? I would call actually one where now I'm going to show you how you actually, this is one where you can disable someone but not permanently injure someone, okay? Because you're just striking. So, if you're here, and you go here, and you strike. Right here, what happens is you actually you break the skin, okay? If anybody knows about water, a lot of us follow the waterfall contour lines, okay? That actually will follow, drip down, and actually go through, drip whatever to like this eye. If anybody ever has sand in the eye, or dirt, it closes the eye, okay? That way, when you strike through, what actually sticks? And it travels down the eye, drips into the eye, and it closes the eye. That means you've effectively blinded them but without injury. Now, when you stretch them, DNA is actually there for the actual police. Okay? So if something happens, DNA for police is there. The person's eyes are closed, or somebody's effectively, when their eyes are closed, but that's the one. Okay? Which helps you go ahead and stay back. Okay? Now, what's going to happen when I get scratched? They'll be fine. Okay? They use the meal for it. I'm a nice person. I'm not trying to be mean. But they can just be meals for it. I'll be fine. Okay? This is one of the biggest things I do have to teach women, and they'll say, well, I don't want to hurt somebody. I don't want to hurt anybody either. Okay? But understand this. Okay? If something happens to you, how many of you have, if I say something, and this is a member of your family, just raise your hand, okay? I keep going. So mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, children, okay? Whenever something happens, it affects every one of them. It's like a ripple in the water, okay? If somebody tries to hurt you, it effectively hurts every one of those people. Okay? So yes, I'm gonna teach you stuff that's not to injure someone, but you have to remember when you actually deal with someone, you have to say, you know what, I don't want to fight, and I would rather walk away and want to escape. But you also need to learn that when you do these techniques, don't feel bad for that, okay? Because if not, that hurts everybody who you know, okay? That's one of the biggest things I've found out when I've dealt with victims, because I do crime violence, I'll talk to different victims, and I'll talk to people, and like afterwards you see how hurt the family is, and how hurt the dad and the wives and the sisters, brothers and other relatives. You're like, wow, and they're like, why is somebody doing it? Okay? Again, real life. I was kind of younger, Buffalo. Somebody was trying to, steal something. No one helped when this guy was trying to, he was trying to rob me and a friend. Okay? So I'm fighting one guy, and a friend of mine there, he's fighting the other guy. So I'm fighting one, and I take him, I throw him kind of down, and I look over, and the guy walked right past my friend, didn't help at all. Friends getting top beat up. So I'm fighting one guy, and he's fighting the other, because we got jumped. And the guy just walked past, didn't even do anything. So I'm like, okay, I fight this one. Then my friend's down, so I'm grabbing this guy, and I'm fighting him. So I'm like, okay, you know what? And I'm in an actually calculated panic, okay? One guy jumped on my back, so at that time I knew some martial arts, but I didn't know full. I wasn't, fully into martial arts. But, so I'm fighting one's on the back, and after a while, I'm strong. So I actually just rushed one guy, just threw him into a person's business, pushed him through the door, to get him away from my friend. And that was the only time somebody actually stopped to go ahead and help both of us, to do anything, because I actually came into his business with someone. That was the only time he stopped. Okay? And I've heard other people, hey, told me about this, well, this person walked away. Understand. That's why I always get into the before, okay? We're going to take a break in a second. But one of the things I tell somebody, if you're female, don't go into a place alone, okay? Have a friend with you. Okay? There's a story of a Navy merchant. She actually was deployed. She got on a bus, and she was in another country. Go through all the information, but she was actually on a bus. So the bus driver was driving the route. He actually drives. And she asked him, well, this doesn't seem like the right route. She was just on leave, 24-hour leave. And he's like, okay, yeah, it's fine. So he actually parks the buses where all the other buses. He says he just has to park, and she can get off into another bus. But when we park, he tries to go ahead, and he sits next to her and tries to kiss her, and she pushes him away. And he pulls out a knife, and she disarms him, and she does what's called a rear naked choke. She actually pushed him down, she actually choked him out, and she actually got off the bus. Okay? That situation could have been totally different if she didn't know what she was doing. Okay, remember, it's your choice. And I'm not telling anybody to fight or not fight. It's always your choice to act or not act. Okay? But understand, one of the things she could have did was not be alone. Okay? She shouldn't have maybe been alone when she was on leave. You want to have, Army of Buddy system, Air Force, it's a wingman concept. We need to be together, and take care of each other. So don't just go out someplace alone. That's one of the biggest things. Also, like I said, remember, around your house, if somebody's like 2 miles, are one of the things that you're going to have to probably pay attention to, okay? Other places, garages, enclosed areas, that's what you want to think about, okay? Even bars, okay? So I'm going to let everybody take a drink real quick, and then we'll go straight back to, take a sip, and then we'll actually go into showing you technique. You do slow, okay? So just think of it. I just see these.
Say more.
You are on the side. Help with the left.
And just help it.
Like you're watching.
I practice with them also. Yeah.
I think it's supposed to
as good, but I'm not close.
That's 1980s.
When they see my dad doing, me and my dad doing this, I don't think he's gonna do it today, but usually I'll put on the chest plate right there.
Are you safe? Each other apart. There you go. Now we're gonna go through slowly, okay? So you're already here.
Yeah.
Remember I said calm your hand, right? Yep, calm your hand. Put your hand down. Put it on. Step through. And then step through. That leg comes straight through. So you can actually drive straight through.
Alright, don't do that.
Keep that and you move it.
Yes.
You're having it.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Okay. So, we already have this, so you're doing good. What is it? 210. Good job. Okay. So, we basically have our hands. So, what do we need? We need knee.
I know, I was wondering when we were going to be able to do that.
Yeah, we're going to do knees because
I could have done that for you.
no. Yep. And that's one of the things. Okay. One of the things is that knee strikes always work. Okay. I'm going to also help one of the biggest. I intervene with little tidbits because we're not doing all the talking, but I'm kind of adding in. One of the first things that happens is with self-defense, women, guys always tell women, well, okay, just hit them where it hurts, okay? In the midsection, below the belt, that's going to be end-all do-all. That's the first thing they always tell you. Next thing is if it's weapons, which yes, I do pistol instructor, but they always give a female like a light caliber weapon because she's like, okay, you can't handle anything. Do not let someone do that to you, okay? Low caliber weapons like 22s, yeah, if they have drugs and alcohol in their system, they do, okay? They will not always affect people with drugs and alcohol. So you might have a gun and you got this little 22, and I've seen it happen before. You shot somebody, and there's videos that we went over, like when I do police videos. Guy got shot like 7 times with some small caliber. He's fighting with the person, and then you end up taking the weapon away from the person because he was hyped up on drugs. You taste the same thing. Don't let somebody give you a low caliber weapon and say you can't handle it, okay? If there's 9mm, 45, get something that's real and have somebody teach you conceal and carry. If that's your choice, I'm not advocating gunning, but if you're gonna do something, do it right. Don't get the little stuff, okay? Also remember, first thing is, when I said, first thing everybody teaches you, okay, hit them there and it hurts. In Kung Fu, when I started doing Kung Fu, guess what? That was what my instructor did. We didn't have pads, we didn't have the stuff, so he actually struck me, okay? So if it hits there, guess what? I was hit there. So I learned so many different techniques how to stop somebody that it's not fun. So guess what? If you strike somebody and I stop you, do you think I'm going to be happy or mad after that? I'm mad. So naturally, you need to know something else, or else you just, okay, wow, I did this, now I just angered the person because they stopped it. And everybody in the media says the same thing. So what do you think? Somebody else is going to go take a class and learn how to do a simple block. Okay, Andrew, remember, just do a regular one, just say, okay, yep, okay, behind the neck. Okay, again, okay, grab it, whichever way you want to go. Yep, leg, switch. Okay. It doesn't matter. Okay? You say you ready? You ready? I'm gonna do it to you. You ready? Hands up. Go. See what happened? It's nice and small. Same thing. Okay? Now, when he did this block, guess what? All we're doing is remember this one where I taught you this? Put one hand over the other and bring it down. That's why all these are simple, because it's here. I'm just doing here. I can move the whole body. So it doesn't matter if the person knows how to do side, knees, and all that. That same one stops all of them. Okay? When he gets better, do it again. I'm gonna go slow on you. When you talk. Put it on here. So in here, guess what? When you get better at this hand lifts up, this hand knuckles, you Charlie horse him. Okay? Yeah? Okay? I'm gonna show you an easy one too. When you go here, if you go here and you actually stop, you push out, see what just happened? I'm stepping into it. Okay? Now, one more again. So here, kick, I step out, catch here, now I go. See how he already turned? Because he already knew the strike was coming for that. Okay? Other people don't know that. He already knew the turn. He would rather take one leg than take one leg. So he already knows. Okay? Same thing. So when you're starting to, but do you see how now? When you start to get fat, he knows it's like, whoa, okay, my leg's already here. I know now the only place you're going to go is right there. Now somebody, understand, it'll probably work against a lot of people, but you got that one. If it doesn't work, you don't know what you're doing. And now you stopped it, you need to know something else. So you still can finish it. Yeah, so you still can finish it. Okay? So, knees. Go ahead and come together. Feet shoulder width apart. All you're doing with the knees. Remember I showed you your hands are right here? Elbows in. You're just catching the back of somebody's neck. And this is a good exercise too. Bend your elbow. So you just lift it. Curl it. Knee. Knee. And just think of it as the knee comes here, center of the body, and lifts up. Okay, so you're here. See what starts happening now? Okay, so one straight line real quick. Okay. Yeah, one line. Come on out.
All right.
Okay. Come on out. So what you're going to do is catch you on the back of my neck. Knee. See? Throw me down. You want to pull me to your knee. There. See what starts happening? See? There. Feet shoulder with the toe. Keep them back right here. See everything. There. Boom. Boom. See how it works? See how now she can do either knee.
Sorry.
See how it works? Remember when I taught you something else? Go ahead and step out, please. Remember I said right here when I was showing you this one? When I was showing you here? Okay? You can actually switch knees. So you can actually switch them up. Okay? Switch them up. You don't have to do that right now. We're going to just go slow. So, hands on back of my neck. Take them out. Put that foot back. There you go. Yeah, right there. Pull me into it. Pull me down. Same thing, guys. Back in there. Go ahead, go. Oh, that's okay. Go ahead. Pull me. Yeah, go. So on your own, remember, on your own, you can practice. Elbows in tight. That's how you practice on your own. Okay? Same thing. Feet shoulder tight. Okay. Go. There. Now, hey, just so you hear me, the reason why you grab the neck, because if you control the neck, you control the body. So when you catch on that neck, you clamp in here and you pull down, because the closer you have your elbows out, closer you're right here, easier it is to pull here. Okay? Now, you might go, come here for a second. How would this be set up in real life? Okay? So remember what I told you? Remember I said you don't have to start out fighting somebody? You go ahead and look, you know? Look. Please, look. I'll do whatever you say. You still have those elbow strikes, remember? So, strike one, kick, boom, boom. See how it starts setting up? Okay? If you don't get the elbow, look. I'll do whatever you say. Boom. Okay? You use also the person's body. You touch the body or raise up. That way you don't miss. Okay? So when you get here, you push straight up in that thing. You just catch it here. Does it sound? See how I hit right here? All that's doing is going here, catching here, pulling in. So first you see here, it didn't get back here. Okay? So we're going to go real fast. starts happening? That's basically the easiest way, okay? So, remember, when your hands are here, this makes it easy for you to do what you're blocking, okay? That's one. I'm gonna show you something right here. I'm gonna show you this right here. Remember we said this is why it's important to keep your hands right here close to the side, okay? Me and him do a little exercise, you know how we'll go through slowly, okay? So, okay? So, this is a little exercise for reflexes that me and him actually do. And it's actually him showing how to do his block. So, come up a little bit. So if I come, I get dressed. So if I'm like, so if I'm here, I stop. That's exactly why, Michael, that's exactly why, remember when I punched out, hands here? So when I actually struck here, okay, when I strike in like a blocking, if I have a screwdriver or something else, that's why your hands stay here. Because when you push out, see how my arms are far longer? See where my wingspan is? Okay? So even if I'm here, see what happened? I still can't get to him even though he's smaller than me. Okay? Later on, he can actually wrap, lock in. There's so many other things he can start doing to me. Okay? So again, here, boom. Boom. Okay, underhanded. Yeah. There you go. Over. Under. There you go. Over. There you go. Under. See what starts happening? Okay? That's why you keep your hands right there. That's the exact reason why your hands stay here. That's the Krav Maga where you keep your hands here. You actually do a 360 for anything that comes outside. Uppercuts. So you don't have to know how to do an uppercut. Hands in. Same thing. To stop one. You don't have to know how to do a hammer fist over top to stop one. And remember I said ride the wave? See how it starts working now? So all those little moves, they roll right into the same thing. Okay? So, did your elbows? Who wants the elbows? Elbows, feel comfortable with, knees? Okay? Just remember, it's the same thing. So if you need practice, we'll kind of go slowly over with slowly. But, time going? You good? Okay. Time. To what?
220.
Okay. Last thing then. I need the smallest person to come up real quick. Okay. Okay, so I said that I would teach one girl and the other one's going to be longer. So I'm going to teach you how to dance a little bit, okay? Basically what I'm doing is teaching this. Has anybody danced before? Okay. Okay, so it's more like you're doing a formal dance, okay? So if you're right here, okay, you have to take this hand, okay? And all you're doing is here. And I'm going to show you how, first I'm going to show you how it works, and then I'm going to show her how to do it, and we'll see what it is. So, here, and then all I do is grab right where the waist is, okay? My hip has to be lower than her hip, okay? That's the only thing I have to do. So, I step through, I put here, and then I go over, which is there. Okay? So if I want to, okay, here. So if I go stop, boom, I go here, I can actually just hold her on my hip. Okay? That's how you do it. So you see how it works? See how it works? Okay. That's all that is. So stand there. So all you're going to do is when you have my arm, okay? When you come through, this thing has to
Oh, she's going to hurt herself.
Okay? And what you're doing is pulling as you push like that. Okay? So, come on over, Andrew. She has to see it first, so Andrew, you gotta toss it. So same thing, can you slow? Okay, you ready?
Maybe.
Drop it in. Okay, go. Okay, that's the first one. So. Pretty slow. So, all he's doing is right there. He's gonna take it through. Go. There. See what starts happening? So what happens is I'm rolling. So remember something. I'm the one who I know how to roll. So if you didn't know how to roll, this would hurt. Okay? That's what you're gonna do. So all you're gonna throw. I'm gonna show you. Excuse me for a second. Excuse me for 1 second. Step over there, and then step over to the side. Okay. The reason why I like a lot of people. Oh, that hurt. I'm gonna show you about the rolls before she throws it real quick. So, rolls work this way. Whenever somebody's rolling, this is why most people don't know. It's gonna hurt because they don't know how to roll their body. So for me, rolling is different. So if I drop something, I still can roll with that. Okay? So, think about giving a hug. Okay? You go right into it, right there. All you doing here, go here. Okay? Yeah.
You can do it.
Okay, come on. He's not gonna let you go unless you do it. Come over. Right there, grab. Right there, you have to push your leg. Right there. Drop your hips, push it right there. And go. Go across the body to here. So you're doing, yeah. So then you do. Okay. Across the body here. Yeah. So do it again. Grab, flip. Okay. That's it. Now, we're gonna come back to the safety. Reason why you might say, well, how's that actually gonna come into play anywhere? Okay. So, the roundhouse will go here. See what starts happening? He knows how to roll too. Okay? What's happening is, if I hold on to it, he can't roll away. If I go ahead, I'm gonna let you go. Throw it out. So, out. Boom. See? Good job. Come on. He's like, no, I want you to do. He does that. Okay. Easiest thing is with that is this, okay? And that's basically, all you're doing is just the same thing. All I'm going to do is teach you, each one of you how to set it up, and then that's it, okay? Besides that, that'll pretty much be good for time, okay? But, so, 2 lines. So make 2 lines, and we're going to just teach you how to set it up, okay? Okay. That's it with time. So, come on out.
All right, what do I do?
Grab his hand. Okay, okay?
Teach me right now.
She's so throwing. See? That's how you throw somebody out the socks.
I'm gonna go right here.
This one. Okay, come on over. I guess you're ready to go.
Okay, let's try to get there.
Okay.
That's how you do it. Yeah.
Well, okay.
So
Yeah, for me, actually.
yeah, you grab this thing.
You just set it up.
Yeah, you have to come closer. Yeah.
I don't really want to do that.
Here. Yeah. You'll get it more powerful. Yeah. Go up. Yeah, that's how you do it.
It's more just like rotating though. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, but you got it actually that time. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it.
Next person.
Put your hand where you want to put it. Imagine like putting this hand.
Okay. And I would like to say thank you for your time and also have a nice day.